Now, when they said make America great again, who exactly were they talking about? Because if we're being totally honest, to me, it never felt like it meant for everybody. It was never about bringing people together. It was more about keeping certain people in charge and turning that pride into power. This was never done for love of America. It was done for control, plain and simple. Privilege pretending to be patriotism. That's what it was. Some people in our country, they tend to care more about their little group than their country. And they thought that the same system that kept them comfortable and protected them for all this time would always protect them. But life has a funny way of flipping the mirror on you. And you see it everywhere now, that those same people are online and in the news media, and they're angry and they're regretting some of the choices that they made. Because now they're getting to taste that same medicine that they so willingly mixed up and wanted to distribute to other people. And they don't like it. They don't like it one bit. You see, because it was never about making America great again. It was about keeping themselves first. That's what it was really about. And along comes Donald J. Trump, the perfect vehicle. And don't get me wrong, Donald Trump, he didn't create the division. He simply showcased it. He brought it to the forefront. He simply vocalized what a lot of our country was already feeling and thinking. And they ate it up. That they loved seeing their own anger reflected back at them through him. And him, Donnie was masterful. He knew exactly what he was doing, and he continues to do it. He gave people validation instead of vision. He had no policies. He never once said what he was going to do. And as a result of that, we're all paying the price. I mean, just have a look around you. If America first and make America great again was real, wouldn't Americans be first in line for help? Yet here we are. We got schools falling apart and roads crumbling and families just out here trying to hang on. But somehow there's always money for everyone else. Foreign aid and jets and ballrooms in Washington and money for ICE. And meanwhile, here in this country, we got senior citizens waiting on checks. We got parents working 3 jobs just to keep the lights on. And we got kids, man, going to bed hungry. So you tell me, does that sound like America first or ego first? And I can remember when being an American really meant something. You could argue politics with somebody up and down and still go and have a beer with them. Not now. Now it's party first, party everything. Tribalism, I get it. I understand it. It's human nature. But division and isolation, those people, those are choices. We've picked being angry and outraged over putting in any effort. And we've decided that blaming each other and pointing fingers over actually trying to build something is more important. And don't think for a second that this divide just happened out of nowhere. It was manufactured. They played on our fears, and little by little, we stopped looking at each other as teammates anymore. We started to look at each other as enemies. And people, we've been better than this. I've seen it. Keep going back to 9/11. Nobody cared who you voted for back then. We just stepped up, did what we had to do, and we helped. We were Americans first then. We can be again. We just got to step up and stop acting like caring about each other is some kind of weakness or character flaw. We got to start talking again, man, because it does matter. And we can't fix anything if we refuse to talk about it. And let's nix this right now, people. No, we're not going back to the 1950s, nor should we. The 1950s wasn't good for everybody. That change, it means we're still alive, we're still here, we still have a chance. And this country, it's ours, it's worth fighting for. It's worth arguing over. It's worth believing in. We're Americans first. We fall, we fight, we rise. That's just what we do. We're not done yet, people. Not by a long shot. Got a lot of work to do. We got to remember, there's a big fucking target on our democracy. And it's in jeopardy. Whether you want to believe it or not, we could lose it. We've got to find a way to come back together as Americans, not left or right or red or blue or whatever, but as Americans, and communicate and come up with solutions. It's so easy to point your fingers at each other and say, he's the problem, she's the problem, they're the problem. It's a lot harder to come up with solutions, but we need to do that. We need to do it together because it's our country. We need to learn how to compromise again. Right now, nobody wants to compromise. Everybody wants sacrifice. Sacrifice means you get what you want, but the other person doesn't. That's not reality. But we can do it. Like I said, I've seen it before. We just need to realize we are Americans first, and this is our country, and we have to fight for it. But hey, at any rate, if you got anything you want to add to this or discuss or talk about, by all means, drop it down below and let's talk about it. Opening up those lines of communications, that's the first step, people. We've got to do that. And I'm certain that we can come up with some solutions. But at any rate, I'm Unc. Take care of yourself and each other. Love, kindness, respect. You know, like I do, we all need a lot more of these right now. I'll catch you guys in the next one.